Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be replacing a common problem on this BMW E64, and this also happens on the E63. Now this problem is somewhat of a big problem depending on how you look at it, because BMW made a mistake by over tightening the bolts. This has been addressed. There was a service bulletin out by BMW as well regarding this, for the bolts being over tightened, hence causing this issue. Now we are going to be replacing it with a new part that I ordered, and I'm going to sit here and say to you right now, I've never seen a part so expensive, especially when it's a common fault, and BMW already acknowledged that they were the problem from over tightening the bolts from the factory. Bearing in mind, when you see what part this is that we're going to be replacing, this was £150 just for this one part, genuine, because I didn't want something that isn't factory put on there because it just won't look the same on the car. So I ended up paying £150 for this genuine part. Now, when I do put it back on, I'm not going to over tighten the bolts like BMW did, because this is the main reason why this happened. And when you see the part I'm talking about, you'll see exactly how it's happened and what's already happened to it. Why, if you guys have an E64 and E63 and you have this issue, this is the reason why it's actually doing what mine is doing, because of the bolts being over tightened. So let's move on to replacing this part, and I'll show you what part it is. Okay, so if many of you guys can see what I'm looking at here, I know it's going to be quite confusing. Many of you will probably think I don't see anything wrong here. That's probably right, you probably don't. The issue we have is not this badge here, because I know a lot of you are going to be thinking I'm going to be probably replacing that. It's actually this, which is the third brake light that runs on the top here of the boot lid. Now the E63 and E64 both have these, and this is a common problem. Now when I talk about common problem, it's not that the bulbs ain't working, it's all lighting up, all working perfectly fine. No, if you can see here, this has got a crack in it, a slit, where it's cracked from over tightening. Over time, this will end up cracking like it's done here and perishing, and that's just not acceptable. I don't like the car looking like that, and I'm not going to leave it like that. Therefore, we are going to be replacing this whole strip today. I'm going to be showing you how to do that. I do have the new one right here, and you can see here, there's 5 bolts that hold it on that you've got to tighten up as well. This is the new strip. You can see how much clearer this is compared to this one. Now this one, I think it's from the LCI model, because it's a lot clearer. It's not faded or anything. This is the old one. Like I said, we've got to get this off, and like I said, go and check yours, guys. If you've got a 6 Series, you'll probably notice it all cracking and perishing here. Very, very common. It's very overlooked as well. But today I'm going to be showing you how to replace it. You can buy cheaper alternatives, but I didn't want a cheap alternative because, you know, knowing my luck, it will end up doing the same thing again. And if you see here, you don't have no cracks in it anywhere on the new one at all. Along here, and you'll see when we pull it actually on the car, but here it's got a crack here, and it's also got a crack here on this side. And that's just not acceptable. So we're going to replace it. So you can see here, guys, we've got all these rivet clips that we need to remove. We're going to pull them all out. I've done this before. You guys would have seen when I've done the antennas how to remove all this. So we're going to go ahead and take all of this off, all this casing here, so we can get to the third brake light. So you are going to need a pry tool for this, and you're just going to have to stick it in and then pull them out just like this. And right here, we got access to the diversity antenna. You can see here, this is the BMW's E64, E63 diversity antenna. This is for your radio reception for your key as well. And then you've got all these as well, which are the boosters for the signals. What we are focusing on is these bolts are all around here. You can see they're all here. These are all the bolts for the third brake light. They're all a little bit corroded as well, but we've got no choice but to remove them. You can see here where my hands are. You're going to see me remove them anyway, but these are all the bolts here for the third brake light. I can see exactly where they all are. But yes, we're going to go ahead, remove all these bolts. I believe there might be 10, might be 8. I'm not 100% sure. We'll soon find out. So these are an 8mm. So we're just going to go ahead and release them. And you can see here now I'm just releasing them. There's springs here as well that come off. There's a spring on that with the 8mm bolt. I'm gonna put these down here inside the trunk area just to stay safe. And I'll keep them all together. You've got to keep the spring as well. Just like that. And there's washers as well that come off. So what we're going to go ahead and do now is shut the boot, and we'll show you how to remove it, because we're going to have to push up on it to remove it. I'll have to give it a little whack to release it, because it's in there quite stiff. Use my rubber mallet. And then you can see right here, I'm now just pulling it all out. Just like that. We've got to disconnect it as well from the connector, which I'm trying to find, which is right here. So I just want to pull that connector out, which you can see there. Then we can pull the brake light out, and then you'll be able to see how damaged this one really is. So you can see there, it's all cracked on all the corners, as I said to you. This is already cracked, it just sits straight when it's inside there. You can see you've got these little holders on here as well. Do not lose them on your new one, because you need them, because that's what the spring touches up against, and the washer. So obviously not over tighten them, but BMW did from the factory, so this time we won't be doing that. You can see here, this is the new one, and these are the new holders on there. You can see they can easily come off, so you've got to be careful here. You can see the light, it's got plastic on it. We're just going to take that off and remove all the plastic, obviously, because we're going to fit it. And you can see we're now just going to push it into place. So we'll just go ahead and push it in. And now once you've got that installed, now what we've got to go ahead and do is now retighten up all the bolts. So we need to put on our washer, our spring, and then our nut. So I'm just going to do that. And now what we'll do, we'll just close this so you guys can see. And you can see the new brake light now on here. We're going to go ahead and test it, because I just want to make sure it all works. I'll leave the camera here while we go and put the ignition on, so we can just press on it to make sure it's all fully functional. So we'll just press on the brake pedal to see if it actually works, which it does. You guys can see it all flashing up, and that is super bright. I can see it even lighting up the whole of my building at the back here. It's lighting it up, so yes, see, it fully works, and it's a lot more brighter than the last one, the way it should be. So that's now another job complete. Now we just got to put the car back together. So to put everything back together, we're just going to put the carpet back on and then put the clips back in, and that's about it. Got to remember, there is no screws, it's just all clips, so it shouldn't take us 5 minutes. And that's it, guys. That's now all the carpet back together. So there you have it, guys. That simple, common problem can be addressed very, very easily on your BMW E63 and E64. This brake light, the third brake light, is a very, very common problem. And I don't know why BMW didn't rectify it. Like I said, they shouldn't have over tightened it. Just be very careful when you're tightening it, because you don't want to end up cracking the light again. You can see here, I didn't end up doing that. Everything went fine. But you guys might end up doing that, so just be careful. That's why you got the springs, the washer, and then the nut. Purely for that reason, you got them stoppers that it can't go up too tight at all, because it stops at a certain level. So that's why I'm not understanding how BMW end up over tightening it even themselves. But yes, it's all fitted, fully works, much better than the old one. And now we can just forget about doing that job. It's a very, very easy job. Takes less than 10 minutes to do. So if you guys need to get it done, now you can. Okay guys, so there it is. I've now replaced the third brake light on my BMW E64. Now, if you guys are having that issue, you can see there it's a very, very simple job to be able to do. Just remember, BMW changed the connector as well on the third brake light, that you have to take it out of its socket to plug it in and maneuver it around, because the socket does not just lock into the third brake light anymore. So do remember that as well when you put the third brake light in. Now, if many of you guys don't know, I did purchase this E64, and if you are enjoying the content on this car, then there's going to be a load more coming up on this, purely because I do have the E60 and I also have an E64. I've also had an E63. So I understand this chassis very, very well. And therefore, there's going to be a lot more videos coming on this car, because this car is no longer in use, at least for now, until next summer. We do have to put new tyres in it, new brakes. We've got a lot to do on it engine-wise as well. I want to get this car done before next year, because this is going to be my new running car. So if you are enjoying it, do remember to subscribe for more E64 content. And if you do find this video later on, it is very old, go through the playlist, because there will be a lot of videos regarding this chassis, especially if you own it. Thank you very much for watching. It's BMW Dr. Dean here, and goodbye.